Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a profound statement that truly resonates when we talk about relationships and the often painful topic of infidelity. It's a quote that really makes you pause and think. Infidelity does not begin with betrayal, it begins with loneliness. Think about that for a moment. It challenges the conventional view, doesn't it? We often see infidelity as a sudden malicious act, a breaking of vows. But this quote suggests something far more complex, something rooted in a deeper human need that might be unmet. It paints a picture of a gradual erosion, a slow drift rather than an abrupt leap. And understanding this subtle shift can be incredibly powerful, not just for those who have experienced infidelity, but for anyone looking to build stronger, more resilient relationships. So, what does it mean when we say infidelity begins with loneliness? It's not necessarily about being physically alone. You can be in a crowded room, or even lying right next to your partner, and still feel profoundly isolated. This loneliness is about emotional disconnect, a feeling of not being seen, heard, or understood by the person who is supposed to be your closest confidant. It's the yearning for connection, for validation, for that intimate spark that feels like it's dimmed or perhaps never truly ignited in the first place. Imagine a relationship where one partner feels consistently overlooked, where their attempts to communicate their needs or desires are met with indifference, busy schedules, or simply a lack of reciprocal engagement. Over time, this emotional void can grow, creating a space that feels increasingly cold and empty. It's in this fertile ground of unmet needs and unacknowledged feelings that a vulnerability to seek connection elsewhere can begin to sprout. It's not about actively looking for trouble. It's about a fundamental human desire for connection, seeking an outlet, sometimes unconsciously. This perspective isn't about excusing infidelity or shifting blame. It's about understanding the complex human dynamics at play. It's about looking at the why behind the what. When someone feels a profound sense of loneliness within their primary relationship, they might start to gravitate towards situations or individuals who offer what feels like a missing piece. It could be someone who listens intently, who offers a compliment, who shares a laugh, or who simply seems to understand them on a deeper level. These initial interactions might be completely innocent, but they start to fill that emotional gap. The danger isn't in the initial friendly conversation, but in how that seemingly innocuous interaction begins to address a deep, unfulfilled need. If the primary relationship isn't providing that sense of connection, intimacy, and understanding, then the seeds of emotional infidelity can be planted. This can manifest as sharing personal thoughts and feelings with someone outside the relationship, seeking comfort, or finding validation that feels absent at home. This emotional bond can then, unfortunately, pave the way for physical betrayal. But the process often begins long before that physical line is crossed. So if loneliness is the precursor, what can we do to prevent it? The answer lies in proactive relationship maintenance and radical self-awareness. For couples, it means fostering genuine connection every single day. It's about prioritizing quality time, not just shared space. It's about active listening, truly hearing and validating your partner's feelings, even when you don't fully understand them. It's about expressing appreciation, showing affection, and making each other feel valued and important. It also means being courageous enough to address issues head-on, even when it's uncomfortable. If you're feeling lonely, unheard, or unseen in your relationship, communicating those feelings, however difficult, is crucial. It gives your partner an opportunity to respond, to adjust, and to re-engage. Sometimes we fall into routines, or we assume our partner knows how we feel, but open and honest dialogue is irreplaceable. It requires vulnerability from both sides. And what about individual responsibility? This quote also speaks volumes to the importance of our own emotional health. Are we relying solely on our partner to fulfill every single one of our emotional needs? While a partner can bring immense joy and connection, it's also vital for us to cultivate our own sources of happiness, self-worth, and social support. A strong sense of self, personal hobbies, friendships, and pursuits can make us more resilient and less prone to seeking external validation in potentially unhealthy ways. Understanding this perspective can also be incredibly helpful for healing after infidelity. For the partner who has been betrayed, it doesn't diminish the pain or the violation of trust, but it can offer a pathway towards understanding the underlying dynamics that led to the breakdown potentially aiding in the long, arduous process of rebuilding or moving forward. And for the partner who committed the act, it can provide insight into their own unmet needs and emotional landscape, offering a chance for genuine self-reflection and growth. Ultimately, this quote reminds us that relationships are living things that require constant nourishment, attention, and effort. They're not static. They evolve, they face challenges, and they need both partners to actively participate in building and maintaining that vital emotional connection. When we neglect that connection, when we allow emotional distance to grow, we inadvertently create space for loneliness to take root. So, let's challenge ourselves to be more present in our relationships, to actively seek out and address emotional needs, and to prioritize genuine connection. Let's make sure that loneliness doesn't find a foothold in the spaces where love and partnership are meant to thrive. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with this important topic today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more discussions like this. We love hearing your thoughts, so let us know in the comments below what you think about this quote and how it applies to relationships. Until next time, take care and keep connecting.